I need you to take care of my daughter again next week. But is that okay? Again? You've been leaving your daughter with me a lot lately. But what's the reason? Something came up and I have to go out for a while. LOL. Where are you going? With whom? I'm going on an overseas trip with a friend, and I'm worried because I can't seem to find a place to leave my daughter. Overseas trip? Since you're saying that it's a trip, your daughter is going to stay a few days at my house? Yup. LOL. I know it might be hard, but since we're mom friends, you'll do me a favor, right? Just because we're mom friends, to think that I'll do whatever you ask me to is a big mistake. I mean, how many times have you done this? You leave your daughter with me almost every day these days, don't you? I wish you'd consider my situation a little more, though. The kids get along well with each other, so it's fine, LOL. I always let my daughter take some tasty snacks with her too, LOL. That's not the point. But there's no one else I can ask except you, Christy, LOL. By the way, how many days are you planning to be gone? We are going for 3 nights. We are planning to leave on next Thursday. My bad. We are also going on a trip to Universal Studios, Florida, too. So I can't take care of your daughter. What? You're going to Universal Studios, Florida? That's right. We're celebrating my daughter's birthday with the trip. I know she's looking forward to it, too. Oh, it's her birthday. Then that's perfect, huh? LOL. Perfect for what? Let my daughter celebrate with you guys. I think that if my daughter goes to Universal Studios Florida with you guys, she would love it. I'm glad you're willing to celebrate, but are you telling me to take her to Universal Studios Florida too? Yes, and yes, LOL. It's more fun to travel with a big group, and I'm sure if my daughter goes with your daughter, she'll be happy to have more people to play with, right? We can't take her with us like that. We've already booked the hotel for the 3 of us. I'm sure you can get away with it if you try, LOL. They won't complain about having an additional child, LOL. There's no way you can do that. Anyway, we can't take her with us. Stingy. It's not about being stingy or anything. Can't you ask your parents or in-laws? I thought your in-laws lived next door. And they're not that far away, right? Even my in-laws said they can't squeeze it into their schedule. My mom has been sick lately, and taking care of a child is too much, according to her. What about your husband? I mean, what did he say about the trip in the first place? If he knew you were going on a trip without your child, I don't think your husband would keep quiet about it either. He's away on a business trip for a couple of weeks. Actually, I haven't even told him about the trip. Oh, actually, I thought I haven't seen your husband lately, but he is on a business trip, huh? He's always on business trips for where he works at. He leaves most of the housework to me, which is a problem. So, I wanted to take a break once in a while, and that's why I planned this trip. I haven't heard anything about this trip in the first place, but when did you plan it? Since my husband's business trip was decided last minute, I had to plan it in a hurry, adjusting to his, LOL. The trip was decided about a few weeks ago, I guess, LOL. I'm glad I managed to find a hotel or something that I could book, LOL. Didn't you think about your daughter at that time? I was pretty sure that you would take care of her, so LOL. Could you please stop relying on me? I'm not a daycare center. Oh, come on, LOL. Don't get so mad, LOL. Anyways, take care of my daughter next week, okay? LOL. Hey, I didn't say anything about taking care of her, though. The day before the trip. Nikki, what are you doing? Your daughter was left at my doorstep, but your daughter said she wants to go home to her mommy, so please, pick her up right away. I'll take care of your daughter temporarily for now, so please, call me as soon as you can. A few hours later. You're reading the messages but not responding, huh? Does this mean that you don't care about her? You're seeing these, but not responding. Okay, I got it. I am so disappointed in you, Nikki. I feel so bad for your daughter. I will do everything I can to help her. The day of the trip. Good morning. Did you pick up my daughter who I left at your front door? Make sure you take her to Universal Studios, Florida. I'm going to enjoy being abroad. I left her at a child guidance center, but what? I thought you were going to take care of her. I didn't say anything about taking care of her, did I? But taking her to child guidance center without my permission is really, really insane. Go and get my daughter right now. She was looking forward to going to Universal Studios, Florida. You should take her there. The one who should be taking her to Universal Studios, Florida, should be you, Nikki, her parent, no? If I took her, even though I'm just a mom's friend, I think it doesn't make sense. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that since we are mom friends, we should help each other. You're right. I do feel bad for forcefully making it happen, but since we are friends, taking care of my kid should be fine. Besides, if you're going to take him to Child Guidance Center, you could have at least contacted me. What if they call my husband? What's gonna happen? I tried talking to you, but you left my messages read and didn't respond, didn't you? I even called you several times, you know? If that's the case, you could have messaged me. If you're not going to reply back, I will leave her at the Child Guidance Center. That's all you had to say. Then I would have responded properly. You've been trying to blame me for some time now, but it's your fault for leaving your child like that, okay? My husband happened to come home late last night, and that's when we noticed your daughter was left at the front door. Good thing we noticed her, but if he had come home on time like usual, we wouldn't have even noticed, you know? If that had happened, my daughter would be out in the cold for hours all by herself. Do you get it? It is what it is. I was desperate to have my daughter taken care of too. If I had asked normally to have someone watch her, I didn't think anyone would take care of her anyway. So I had to do it this way. You're not making any sense at all. About your daughter, the Child Guidance Center will take care of your child appropriately. So I'll leave the rest for you to handle. I'm sure you'll receive a notice from the Child Guidance Center and the police. So, better take care of it. Wait a minute. What do you mean, the police? Nikki, you left your child like that and went on a trip, okay? That's an act that falls under the crime of child abandonment. It's better for your own safety that you cancel this trip and come back as soon as possible. The police are involved? That's insane. I'm about to go on my trip, but I can't enjoy it without worrying. I suggest you give up your trip and come back. Your daughter is in the custody of the local Child Guidance Center, so you'd better go before things get worse. Of course I can't. We have a plane to catch, and I've already booked a hotel room, and my friend who is going with me is also looking forward to this trip, okay? If the trip gets canceled because of me, I won't get to hang out with my friend anymore. What have you told your friend anyways? Taking your daughter on the trip with you? Did you even consider that? I can't enjoy the trip if my daughter comes with me. But does your friend find out that your daughter is at a child guidance center? I'm sure your friend would cancel the trip though, if you're in a healthy relationship with this person. What do you mean? If I'm not mistaken, isn't the person you're with a guy? That's so random. The person I'm with is one of my girlfriends from middle school. Then how come your husband doesn't know about this trip you're going on? That's because he's on a business trip, and there's no need to tell him. And the reason why you didn't ask your in-laws to take care of your child is because your affair would get exposed, huh? So, I'm not having an affair. Well, okay, it's the least I can do. I'll let Child Guidance Center and the police deal with the rest. Whatever you want. I'm not planning to cancel the trip either. What? You still want to continue this trip under this circumstance? Of course, it's my first trip to overseas, and there's no way I'm going to cancel it. Oh well, I don't care what's gonna happen to you. A few days later. Hey, why is my husband and in-laws at the airport? And there are people who look like police. Maybe they are waiting for you to come back. Hey, contact them to leave. My friend is with me now, so it would be bad if we run into each other. If you don't want to be seen with whoever you're with, the person with you is a guy, huh? You're persistent. What's wrong with a guy? You finally admitted it. According to rumors from other moms, you met this trainer at the gym and you're having an affair with him. On top of that, he's married too, right? What? The rumor has spread that much among the moms? Recently, a mom friend of mine who was starting to go to the same gym as you, she saw you and him being too much to each other. She saw the whole thing. Oh my god, is it Kelly? I believe Kelly was the one. But another mom friend also said that she saw you and the guy going to a hotel together. I've only started talking to you just recently, so I wouldn't have thought that there was a rumor like that going around. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to be refreshed. Rather than that, tell them to leave. We're mom friends, right? I don't want to be a part of your affair just because we're friends. I don't want to be a part of it from the point that you abandoned your daughter. I don't consider you as a friend. I didn't abandon her. It's just that he was a higher priority for me right now. We both needed a break from the daily grind. Your husbands already know that you were at the airport. Huh? Did you tell my husband about it? Yeah. The fact that we're texting each other right now is something I told him. That's not even necessary. Ugh, I just made eye contact with my husband. What you did is absolutely unforgivable, so you should be punished accordingly. Bye-bye. Wait a minute. A few days later. My life is over. Oh, it's Nikki. I heard you and your husband are getting a divorce. I also heard that you won't be able to see your daughter anymore. Has the news already spread among the moms? It spread among the moms, but he told me himself. But you didn't get arrested, so that's good. Nothing's good. I've been caught having an affair, and my parents also neglected me. They said they'd disown the daughter who went on an adulterous trip and told me not to come home for the rest of my life. My husband charged him and plans to have us pay settlement money, and his wife is going to charge me some settlement too. I don't know what to do. Well, it's you and your cheating partner who are at fault, so you should be held accountable. You will also regret for the rest of your life that you abandoned your precious daughter. Why doesn't anyone feel sorry for me? All my other mom friends said, like you, that they don't want anything to do with someone like me who failed as a mom, and told me not to hang out with them. And I got blocked on Messenger. You are all terrible. That's because you have no sympathy. From the looks of it, I'd say you haven't self-reflected of your wrongdoings yet. It's not right that I'm the only one who has to suffer like this. I was just tired of taking care of my child all the time. I just wanted to relax. It's my husband's fault for leaving me to take care of the kid. According to your husband, though, you were the one who didn't take care of the child, huh? Huh? It's true that your husband seems to be a busy man, but when he's home, chores and taking care of the kid is something he was doing enough. And instead, I had to work hard during the week. I need my husband to do a little bit too. That is normal, right? For the couple to cooperate with each other, I don't think it's wrong. But putting the burden on one or the other is not right. Yeah, while my husband wasn't around, I took care of the child all the time. I cooked and cleaned all by myself. That's what you're saying, but whenever your daughter comes, she's always hungry though. And even the clothes your daughter wears, most of them don't even fit her size. So you possibly aren't cooking or cleaning properly, huh? Shut up. What do you know about me? Since I've never lived with you before, I wouldn't know all the details. But at least I could see that you weren't properly taking good care of your child. If you really cared about your child, you wouldn't have asked a mom friend so that you can spend time with the cheater and force her kids to be watched by someone else. That's enough about that. I do regret about the affair. I really wish I never did it. Is that all you want to talk about? I personally don't want to talk to you anymore, though. Wait a minute. My life is about to get super messy from now on, and you're just going to abandon me? You sowed your own seeds, didn't you? It's none of my business. I have no intention of helping you, Nikki, so I have nothing more to say to you, so I'll be gone. A few months later. Hi, Chrissy. I'm actually in front of your house. Could you open the door? I keep pressing the bell, but why won't you come out? Nikki, what's going on? I knew you were in the house. Don't ignore me and open the door. What? Why did you come to my house? Actually, I couldn't pay the rent on my apartment, and I got evicted. I don't have a place to live, so I'm in trouble. I was wondering if I could stay with you for a little while. I went to other mom friends' houses too, but no one would open the door. Seems like you are having a hard time. I feel rather relieved. Why are you feeling relieved? You should be worried about me. I haven't eaten enough and I'm about to collapse. Could you offer me something? As I said in my last message, I'm not trying to help you, Nikki. I will be so lost if you can't help me. Then I'm going to stay here until Christy comes out. Why don't you do what you want? Make a big deal out of this and the neighbors will call the police. If I just behave myself, it won't be a problem, right? It's cold here, so hurry up and let me in. Why don't you just wait there for the rest of your life? Huh? Just to let you know, that house is already empty. Even if you wait, no one is coming out and nobody's coming back. Wait a minute, what do you mean? We actually moved about a month ago because of my husband's work. We moved far away from there. What? Really? So the sweet home you guys built is already on the market? That house is not ours, it's a rental house. Since we don't know when my husband will get transferred, so instead of buying a house, we got a rental. I had no clue you moved out. Why didn't you tell me? There's no point in sharing that information with you, right? I don't want to deal with you. Then how am I supposed to live from now on? Don't ask me about that. Find a job you can work remotely and try something by yourself then. But even if I find a remote job, it'll take some time, right? I'm in a situation where there's nowhere to live and nothing to eat today. Please, could you transfer some money to my bank account? No. Instead of spending money on you, I would find a more effective way to spend it. Don't say it like that. I'm in real trouble here. I thought I'd move in with the guy after our divorces, but then he started saying that he won't file for a divorce because his child is still young. They all betrayed me. You're the one who betrayed people, Nikki. As long as you keep talking like that, no one would want to help you out, Nikki. Well then, I won't respond to your messages anymore. Goodbye. Wait a minute. Please help me. After that, Nikki sent me some messages after messages, but I turned off notifications and ignored them. According to the neighbor who lives where I used to, Nikki was reported as a suspicious person and was taken into police custody. I also heard that she had been living on the street for a while after that, but I don't know all the details. I am sure that she is living a very messy life. Nikki's daughter is now living with her husband, with Nikki's parents-in-law. The daughter is now living happily with her parents-in-law, who are very kind to her. The daughter said that she doesn't want to see Nikki anymore. After the divorce, they have not met face-to-face yet. What Nikki did to her child will never be forgiven, and I'm sure Nikki will be punished in the future.